for some strange reason, I can count on one hand how many Thanksgivings I've been home for in the last 15 years. Not a lot. For some reason, you're always touring during this time of year, which is, it's, you know, it's just kind of the way it is. But yeah, you have your road family and you have fun, so it's all good. How was your Thanksgiving?
Great, thank you.
Good, good. Glad to hear that. You know, they're always cognizant of the fact that we have ours. So usually, for some reason, I'm in the UK, and the catering folks always do their best to do a turkey dinner. So that's cool. Yeah.
If you wake up and you're like sick and you have a show the next day or something, what do you normally do? Because I'm suffering from this problem right now.
I freak out. There's nothing worse. In fact, to be honest with you, I mean, I feel good now, but I haven't slept well, you know, since this tour started for some reason. And, you know, you just get run down, and there's a lot of stuff going. In fact, that said, maybe today when we see each other, we'll do the fist bump instead, just so my immune system is like, I don't think my immune system is on its last leg. But yeah, you know, a lot of fluids, a lot of, I don't know about the vitamin C thing. I mean, I've tried it, and everyone's got their like sort of nothing ever really seems to work other than just for me, other than rest. I use one of those vapor things. It looks like I'm in Blue Velvet. Yeah. That helps because you keep things moist in there, and but overall the trick is just try not to stress, because stress will make it worse. The stress will mess your immune system quick, you know, worse than anything. So trust me, I'm the master of that. So yeah.
Thanks.
You got it.
Very important question for you.
All right.
I know you played with the Major 4, Slash, and Tremonti, but what was it like when you joined Steel Dragon? That's a very important question.
Pinnacle of my career.
Yes. Just being involved in that. How did you even get involved in that?
Yeah. So the Rockstar movie, that was a trip. It was an awesome experience. I got involved in it. Ultimately, I attributed it to a guy named Brendan O'Brien, who's an amazing producer. He mixed the first Mayfield 4 record. And so I met him through that, and he was friends with one of the people involved with that film, and they'd been looking for that character for a while. And they wanted someone who could sing the part and then be the guy. So he suggested that they give me a call, and I went down and read for it. And I haven't done any acting since. I don't.
That's all you needed.
That was all. It really was all I needed. And what I learned from that was actors, they get up really early, and musicians. I mean, I went to bed this morning at the time that I got up for that. You know, at 6 in the morning. Is, you know, when for whatever reason I went to bed last night because all that turkey. I was partying, cranberry sauce just rubbing all over myself. It was kind of freaky in my room last night. No, I was actually writing last night. I was working on new Alter Bridge stuff, and when I write, I was just telling Tim, sleep. I haven't talked about this much. Sleep deprivation is that's kind of my thing. It's been that way forever. Like your best ideas come like when you're really super tired, and then weird, like it's magical things start to happen, and then you got to get up and you got to write it down, you got to work with it, but it's not great for feeling rested in the morning, you know. So actors get up very early, and that doesn't work for me. Yeah. But it was an awesome experience, and I'm glad I got to do it for sure. Way in the back. Yeah, yeah.
All right. So I know that Tremonti kind of jigsaws his pieces together when he's making music. You were talking about that yourself. Do you make the lyric and then the melody, or how do you normally approach it?
I usually start with the riff and the chord progression. Usually. But now I'm using Logic again, so I'm programming drums and having that inspire me to come up with parts. And then what I do when I bring it in is I don't play any of that because I want Flip to come up with his own parts, but I just want something to trigger an idea for me rhythmically. But what's interesting is the best melodies, 9 out of 10 times, are the ones that are in that just as I am about to go to sleep stage, where the melody will happen, and it's like, then I build everything around that. Lyrics is the last thing. Yeah, I want to make. I'm not going to waste any time because lyrics is the hardest part. So I don't want to spend a bunch of time on music and a melody that won't make the cut. You know, those are like, for every 10 ideas I come up with, one might make the cut. That's just the way. It's usually the batting average. So a lot of trial and error.
Hi, how are you? My question is, what have you discovered since this solo tour that you've done? Because I know that you're usually with your guys, either Slash or Alter Bridge. So what have you discovered for yourself?
What have I discovered on the solo thing? How much I love playing guitar solos.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, I just, with this, and improvise, you know, I think that that's the main difference, like with this and Alter Bridge. Alter Bridge, we have very defined parameters. And with this, there's a lot of kind of flying by the seat of my pants, guitar-wise, where I'm just like, all right, for the next 2 minutes, I'm just gonna play whatever and see what happens. And I like that, I guess, because that's what I spent my time early on learning how to do. So getting to do that again is a real challenge. I mean, I'm pretty rusty compared to where I would, you know, if I could get where I was at 26 years old again, as a player, that would make me happy. So maybe in a few years I'll get that back.
Well, you're a great player.
But it's good to be hoodlying again and just seeing what happens. You know, I love that.
Thank you.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do you have, what I would like, if someone wants to give me a really nice present, is a machine that, like a time machine where I can go backwards? Because I'm not liking where it's going. This number's getting bigger and bigger and it's weird. Very strange. It is just a number. It's a state of mind. That's right. Well, in that case, I'm 75. Yeah, that's true. Unless the cork goes bad or something. I don't know anything about wine. All right. Oh, cool. Yeah. That was Sucker Punch was on the demo of the first. That was like one of the first songs Mayfield 4 ever put together. And what's interesting is that when I think back to what that song is actually about, I think it's just about learning your lessons, you know, kind of learning from past mistakes, not making those mistakes again. It's a pretty, you know, lyrically it's pretty ambiguous. And so that was the thing back in the 90s, was like, oh, we're going to be real artsy and no one's going to know what this is about, but you can kind of get glimpses here and there. It's definitely about the idea of, you know, learning from previous mistakes, which I was trying to do. Oh, hi, sorry. Sorry, I couldn't see. Yeah, I couldn't. You're so patient. No, that's all right. It's all good. It's all good. No, she asked about Sucker Punch. What was it like when I sang it? Yeah, we did. Thank you. Thank you. Watch Over You was, the genesis of that song came about in between Mayfield and Alter Bridge, when I was writing for what was maybe going to be a solo record. And that record came about. And I had a feeling it was something special. You know, you as a songwriter, you know, one of those comes along every 100 or 200 songs into the writing process. You know, the trick with that one was the content lyrically was the key, and so I remember when I was working on the lyrics and sitting at my dining room table, Siggy, when he was still alive, he was my songwriting partner, my little dog, and you know, he nodded his head. I think he got one here, but yeah, it was heavy. I mean, to be real candid, a lot of times I know if it's good if I well up. You know, it has to. If you're feeling an emotion, I kind of have to have felt it first. And so it was I remember that moment, it was just like, especially when I got to the very end, when I got to the part about snow is on the ground, and I was just like, you know. So that's a big, and Love Can Only Heal's another one. Like, I knew with that because it was drawing something from here, and it's always nice to know that seems to shoot out to the listener as well. Doing it with Lizzie Hill was rad. I love Lizzie. I think she's ferociously talented. She's a wonderful person, and it's been 5 years. It's been a while since we did that. We did that on that. I remember it's been 4 years, but I just felt like it really added a lot to the song. I felt like it was just really cool dynamic, and she killed it every night. So, oh, thank you. Well, I'll do it tonight. So.
Basically going off of that, there are so many songs that you write that are emotional. And by the way, thank you for bringing back the guitar battle with Mark.
Oh.
Growing up in the 80s, like that was
such an 80s thing, right?
yeah, and it's awesome.
Well, on the next record, we're not just going to do guitar battles, but we're going to do it wearing spandex. I'm really bringing back the 80s.
Are you going to get him to wear the rock star outfit?
Yes. With the wig and yeah.
Because I know sometimes, like when I'm trying to sing along with you, and God knows I can't, but I mean, your vocal from Mayfield 4 to now has just like gone through the roof. But how do you get through? Obviously, you had the emotion, so how do you get through that when you're trying to sing? Because I know when I'm trying to sing those particular songs, whether it be for myself or for an audition or something else, I crack, I break.
Yeah.
How do you not do that?
Well, you do it. You kind of learn you have little tricks where you have to detach a little bit, and a lot of it has to do with being focused on the technical aspects. You know, it's a lot of this. You know, you're playing guitar and singing at the same time, and you're trying to make sure you're singing in tune. You're trying to make sure you're not hitting the wrong notes. And so a lot of times that helps kind of alleviate that emotional thing. Because if I immerse myself in the complete narrative of the song, yeah. So Blackbird was the one. Sometimes that would really get me, you know, because that's just really heavy. And yeah, so you're just trying to kind of keep it all together, and you don't want to fall apart on stage. And you play the songs enough to where it loses its potency, and to some degree, you know, where it's like you do it so many times, and it's like you kind of touched on that emotion, where it's not like, you know, it doesn't. When you first penned it, it's really real right then. So repetition kind of helps alleviate that.
Thank you.
What's your favorite song to play on this tour?
On this tour, my favorite song to play is Honored by Design. Yeah, I mean, it's funny that song ended up becoming my favorite song in a lot of ways on the record because it was so different. And when I first did the demo for it, I wasn't even going to send it to everybody. I thought it was too country, and I thought people, you know, kind of I remember I prefaced it when I sent it to Zia. I was like, I put this one song in there, and it's really kind of, you know, yeah. And so, but I just like it. And he was like, oh no, that's a cool track. And once the song was tracked, and I heard it just sitting back on the couch in the studio, going, okay, I really like this. I'm glad we did this song. Yeah. All right, one more.
I was going to ask a really deep question, but my son has a more important question.
All right.
What's your ringtone?
My ringtone is Manish Boy by Muddy Waters.
Nice.
Yeah. And my wife actually has a real fun version of that. She does. It's funny. My wife, she's like really into Depeche Mode and that whole scene, which I like actually. I think it's cool. But she doesn't understand the blues. Like she's like, every song is the same song, and so I'm trying to gradually kind of teach her ropes of the blues. But yeah, that's my. Sorry. And what else? It used to be. It used to be. Oh yeah, for different people. For my wife, when she calls, it's "Best Friend" by Queen.
Nice.
That's a good one. I love that song. So. All right, cool. So follow that handsome gentleman, and I'll be right down.